Mario Kart Wii has tons of shortcuts. I mean, seriously, like, pick any track in the game and it probably has a shortcut on it. And with such an abundance of shortcuts in this game, I thought it would be a good idea to rank all of them. Except we're not doing that today because that would take a couple of years to make. But if you really, really want it, please let me know. Subscribe or something. I don't know. I'm not a professional YouTuber yet. But if you really want to see me rank all of them, please smash that subscribe button. I would appreciate it absolutely to the most. Alright, now that you've hit the subscribe button, let's actually get into what we're doing today. Now today we're ranking the top 10 shortcuts in Mario Kart Wii, but you might be asking yourself, what exactly are we going to be ranking these shortcuts on? We'll be ranking the shortcuts based on how much time they save and how risky they are to go for. We'll be rating the riskiness of each shortcut 1 out of 10, and the less risky it is, the better. Also, one thing to note is that we will be ranking these based on how well they play in online or offline with CPUs. Because if we were talking about time trials, riskiness would be out the window. You'd go for the most time-saving shortcut every time. We will be ranking each shortcut based on other factors. However, riskiness and the amount of time each shortcut saves will be the most important in terms of how they rank. One last thing to note before we jump into this, no ultra shortcuts, because I don't think there are 10 ultra shortcuts that I even know how to do, and I would have no idea how to get the footage for that. So, we're just going with regular shortcuts, and without further ado, let's jump into it. Starting off strong at the number 10 spot, we have the Rainbow Road Kart shortcut. This shortcut saves up to 3.5 seconds, however, it's extremely risky. I would give this shortcut about a 9.5 out of 10 in terms of riskiness. Not only is this shortcut super risky, but you also have to use a cart, which is already going to make this not viable for most people who are playing online. Now, I can't make this shortcut for the life of me, but when I do, it is extremely satisfying, which is a big playing factor as to why it's on the top of this list. Now, this shortcut might be very risky, but it saves a ton of time when you can pull it off. 3.5 seconds each time you pull it off is no joke. That is a buttload of time you are saving each lap. Now, if you are an experienced kart main who actually knows how to do this, I would say it's worth your bet. But if you're like me and you want to stick to bikes for the rest of your life, I would stay away from this shortcut. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the Desert Hills Shroom shortcut. This shortcut saves about 1.5 seconds, and I would rate it about a 3 in terms of riskiness. The reason this shortcut ranks so low on the list is because it saves only 1.5 seconds, which is very surprising as when I first started making this video, I thought it would save a lot more. However, for Desert Hills' unfortune, it does not save any more than 1.5 seconds and ranks number 9 on this list. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have the Dry Ruins Lake shortcut that looks exactly like this. This shortcut saves about 1.5 seconds, and I would give it a 4 out of 10 in terms of riskiness. The reason it gets a low risky rating is because if you fall off at the very end in the lake, you can still respawn down by the bridge. Another factor as to why the risky rating is so far low is because you can clip off a whole bunch of things and still make the shortcut. I'm serious, man. There have been many occurrences where I've clipped off this rock right here and still made it to the bridge. Now for my mushroomless fellas, you can always go for the sand hop, which is basically like an easier, smaller version of the lake hop. Takes no mushrooms, saves about half a second. You can do it each lap, you can do it in first if you don't have any mushrooms, which is very nifty, and is a big playing factor as to why this shortcut, which I am tying into the lake shortcut, ranks onto this list. Positives aside though, I always thought this shortcut saved about 2 to 3 seconds, but I was kinda startled when it only saves about 1.5, which is why it ranks at only number 8 on this list. Moving on over to the number 7 spot, we have the Superior Lake shortcut, which is the Toad's Factory Lake shortcut. This one saves about 1.5 seconds as well, and I would give it about a 2.5 in terms of riskiness. This one is just straight up a lot easier to go for, and I would put it over the other lake shortcut simply because you can do it shroomless. It also means it doesn't matter what item you have, you can always go for the shortcut, making it a good option to go for all the time. And it doesn't get trapped very often, so feel free going for it whenever you want. Coming in at the number 6 spot, we have the DK Mountain Glitch. Wait, I actually got it? What? Whoa, whoa, I did not expect to get that. What? Just kidding, it's not the DK Mountain glitch. It's actually the other DK Mountain shortcut, which is called the DK Mountain shortcut. This shortcut saves a surprising 2.5 seconds compared to normal route, and I would give the rating for the riskiness about a 3 out of 10. Now you might be asking yourself, why on earth is this getting a 3 out of 10 in terms of riskiness? This is like the easiest shortcut of all time. The reason why this isn't rated an absolute 1 out of 10 is because this is a hotspot for activity when playing online. People tend to love using their mega mushrooms and stars right as everyone's slowing down for the turn, as well as fake item boxes and bananas being everywhere right as you're trying to make the shortcut. Because of these circumstances, I'm gonna have to bump it up to a 3 out of 10 instead of a 1 out of 10. But trust me, if you're trying to learn this shortcut, it will take you about 5 minutes, no more, because this is one of the easiest shortcuts of all time. If it weren't for, you know, the baby daisies trying to kill you. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have the DK Summit double shortcut. It saves... Wait, I forgot how much it saves. 3 seconds! It saves 3 seconds compared to the normal route, and that's not including the single shortcut. Single shortcut saves about 1 second over the regular route. Now this one's a little riskier than all the others, but there is a lot of backup strats you can do. For starters, if you fail it, you will probably get respawned on this side. If you're totally about to fail it, you can always just bail and then go the normal route, as demonstrated right here. Or if your name is Justin and you just have absolutely no clue how to do the shortcut, just tell people it's a hard shortcut. They'll believe you, trust me. Jokes aside, however, this one saves a pretty good amount of time, and although I would give it a 5.5 in terms of riskiness, I would say it's not that bad to go for. A big playing factor as to why this shortcut is so good is because you can do it shroomless. Not only does that mean you can do it in first place and extend your lead, but also you can hold on to a good item in last and then bring it up into first. These reasons are why the DK Summit double shortcut are ranked number 5 on our list. And without further ado, let's get into number 4. Coming in at number 4 on our list is the Delfino Square double shortcut. This shortcut saves about 3 seconds, and I would give it about a 2.5 out of 10 in terms of riskiness. The main reason this ranks so highly on our list is because you can also do this shortcut with a star. Now what that means is that you can use a star, chain it into a good item, do the shortcut, and be holding a very good bottom spot item in a top spot. This shortcut is integral for making comebacks on either lap 2 or lap 3. Because of its placement on the track and its lack of difficulty, lap 3 big comebacks are quite the occurrence on Delfino Square. In terms of negatives, it's not very flashy, but as we all know, style points do not matter whatsoever. So, is it really a negative? I'll go with a no, and which is why it ranks so highly on our list. Coming in at the number 3 spot, we have the Grumble Volcano rock shortcut. This shortcut saves a whopping 5.5 seconds. However, it is not easy. I would give the rock shortcut a 7 out of 10 in terms of difficulty. So for all my unseasoned players out there, I would advise to stay away from it. This shortcut isn't too hard to learn by going into time trial mode and practicing, but if you really want to stay away from it, I would recommend going for the respawn shortcut. Although this shortcut is really difficult, it is good to know that if you fail it and you hit the rock at the other end, you will still respawn over there, saving time over the other route. Now it is important to note this shortcut saves 5.5 seconds over the regular route, which is why it's such a good shortcut. You can still save a lot of time by just hitting the rock and respawning on the other side by hitting the wall. This does save around 2 to 3 seconds depending on how fast you are at driving the regular route, and is definitely a good reason as to why you should go for this most of the time. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the Mushroom Gorge gap jump. This one saves about 3 seconds, and I would give it about a 3 out of 10 in terms of riskiness. Now, a big reason as to why this one is being put over the Grumble Volcano rock shortcut is because this one can be done with any character in the game, any vehicle in the game. You can do it hopless, hopful, however you want. One thing to note is that it does not have the leniency of Grumble Volcano. Grumble Volcano, you can fail it and still save time. This one, you either make it or you don't make it. There's no in between. This shortcut is super satisfying to pull off, as well as being one of the best shortcuts in the game, in my opinion. Another reason why this one is one of the best is because of the positioning on the lap, which can lead to very exciting comeback stories. I'm sure if you've watched other Mario Kart content creators, you've seen at least 1 or 2 Mushroom Gorge comeback races that utilize the gap jump. It's an exciting, nerve-wracking, yet simple shortcut, and that is why it is given the number 2 spot on this list. And now, the number 1 best shortcut in Mario Kart Wii is the Koopa Cape hippity hoppity strat, baby. Saves like 10 minutes, I'm not even joking. I was joking. It's the Bowser's Castle 3 regular shortcut. This shortcut saves a whopping 6.5 seconds, and it can be done shroomless. In terms of riskiness, I would give it about a 3.5 out of 10, mainly because it can be trapped, and it is trapped quite often. In fact, if you play on Bowser's Castle 3 online, there's almost an 100% chance it's going to be trapped before you take it. With a low difficulty rating and a very high amount of time that you can save from it, I would say it's safe to say this is the best shortcut in the whole video game. Maybe it doesn't save 10 minutes like the hippity hoppity strat, but I would say 6.5 seconds, that's pretty dang good. Thank you so much for watching. If you actually made it this far and you want to see more videos like this, please hit the thumbs up button. I would appreciate it. Like, I'm serious. This is going to take me forever to edit, and it's already taken me forever to record. This has taken me a lot longer and a lot more effort than all of my other videos. So if y'all really like these, show some support and I'll do some more. Hit the subscribe button. Comment down below. Do whatever you want to make me do more of these and suffer a little bit more. But with that, small fries, I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, stay cute, stay loyal, because I already know you are. And goodbye.